Hey, what's up with it, y'all? Y'all just tuned into Sermon on the Gram. I am the Common Denominator. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. You know what I mean? I'm sure that y'all are having an amazing Sunday wherever y'all is at. You see, today I'm going to try to keep this under 3 minutes like how we did it for the last Sermon on the Gram. You know what I mean? The last Sermon on the Gram, we were talking about knowing that you have the inner power instilled in you to be able to prophesy over your own life. You have to know that this knowledge of the Christ is extremely necessary, especially for the times that we're in. You know what I mean? There's so many different factors, external factors, that will seek to label us, and by so doing they kaba us. When I say kaba, I mean they harness us into feeling like we don't have that inner power to be able to speak over our lives. You know what I mean? But really, the Creator instilled in you the power for you to be in conjunction with it at all times to be able to prophesy over your own life. But we're not going to get too much into that. That's just a recap of what, you know what I'm saying, we discussed the last time. Today I'm just going to be talking about the power of collaborating. You see, I know that we've gotten into times where people are really living more for self, but not really knowing the real self. You know what I mean? They're living for the illusion of what their believing self is, which is the ego. We're really caught up. And I hate to say this, I hate to sound like this, because despite all of that, it's not to say that there's not love on the planet. We know that there's a lot of love on the planet today. But regardless of all of that, when you really look at the nature of things as it is, now we can see the superficiality of everything. But we're not going to tap into that. I wanted to talk today about understanding that we have everything at our disposal to be able to collaborate collectively as a human race. You know what I mean? But we have ideologies, and we have created these different boundaries, and I would say even labelings, that hinder us from being able to truly see that we can collaborate collectively. Collectively, we can all collaborate. You get to realize that when you perceive this planet as an island, when you see that this planet really is a distant island, and you wake up, imagine if you woke up someday on an island and you had your cell phone and you had a bundle of money and you with your friends and stuff like that. At the end of the day, you know what? Your money doesn't matter. Your cell phone probably doesn't matter. All of those gadgets that have been created to keep us entangled really don't matter. But what really matters is us having that inner core foundation of knowing that we ought to love each other. Love is just not a notion. Love is the core foundation of what we all are, and we cannot forget that. I'm not going to go too deep into today's Sermon on the Gram. I'm sure y'all get the message. We ought to recognize that we can collaborate as a human race. We can set race aside when it comes to pigmentation and coloring. We can get to understand who we really are in Allah's consciousness. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. Y'all stay blessed. Until next time, I am the Common Denominator.